parent. I know I showed up when I needed to show up. I was never not present. Ask any of them teachers. I showed up. So
you want to be on camera? Because I'm looking at myself right now.
Oh, okay, well, I wasn't sure, but no.
Okay, I'm just recording your voice.
Yeah, so, yeah, she's very entitled, but share with me more, and I want to hear that you heard some growth, because you've been a part of this process from the beginning, actually.
Yeah, so, yeah, first I want to commend you because neither of you just hung up in each other's face, which is something that's happened in the past. Maybe some things that didn't need to be said were said.
Like what, though?
I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
You didn't resort to making anything. You didn't say nothing fly. You didn't sneak this. You didn't do that because we do that with our kids. And if we admit it, then we can move forward. You know, but I didn't hear any of that. I heard you addressing when she was, you know, disrespecting you. And you're like, hey, that's not necessary. And when you did pull, you know, past discrepancies in. You didn't point out anything specific, but you said, I am tying in our past relationship into what is currently happening. That way you can't say this is one time. No, this is a history, years of history of a behavioral pattern that is causing me to say no more. Then she responded and said, you're bringing up the past. I am not. You just have to find the language. Your only problem is you don't know how to speak to her, which is why you book your coaching session and I teach you the language. But anyway, that's why when I said you're setting your boundaries, you know, I was like, I really want to, like, can I please call in three-way on this phone call so I can mediate this call? Because I'm listening to you. I'm like,
you helped jar my memory, because that's really what it is the boundary thing. Because even though she's my daughter, it's important for me to set boundaries. I had no boundaries for all along.
Yeah, and it was mommy guilt.
Yes, absolutely.
It was inexperience.
Definitely.
It was being raised by daddy guilt.
Yes, yep. You mean not having a daddy?
No, you had a father.
No, I did, but her.
So you were mommy, and you feel guilty, so you give in.
Yes.
But you were raised by your father who did not have a mother.
Yes.
And so he felt guilty. Your
True.
dad overindulged you because he didn't know what else to do.
Well, yep. And he also thought that would bring a smile on my face, which I in turn did the same antics for.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Now you point to my nose. I'm like, is my nose dirty? You were pointing to the ear. I was like I need to learn your sign language. Because I'm just like.
I don't even know my own sign language. But back to it, though, that I was giving in the wrong ways.
Yeah. So now you have the product of an overindulged human.
Entitled. She thinks she's entitled. Like she's the only person in this world.
Because she's been treated that way her entire life. And when she stopped being treated that way, even as a child, she threw the tantrums and you gave in. So you have to understand what you're doing is walking back a learned behavior. And just because the tantrum looks different doesn't mean it's still not a tantrum. I still tantrum. I walked up out of therapy. I was like, yo, I'm about to go off, so I need to leave the room. And the therapist was like, you're hurting my feelings. What your feelings, nigga? I need to get the fuck out of here, right? I was like, y'all don't want to see what's on the other side of this. You think this will turn up? You don't want to see what's on the other side of this, so you might want to let me leave.
They wrote about you in some book.
I'm telling you, they took a note. Thank you for turning that off, because I sure wasn't paying attention. But no, I'm recording myself. But anyway, what I'm saying is the audio was in the back of my video, though. You're correct. I guess because I can't hear it, I assume everybody else can't.
To me, it's a vibe when you hear something in the background. You know what I mean? It just sets the mood. But go on.
All right, boom.
Stay on topic.
Yes. You have to walk all that back.
Yeah.
But first, she has to understand this is what is manifesting. She doesn't know what this rage is. She doesn't know what this combativeness is. She doesn't know what this jealousy is, because she is jealous of you. Regardless of what, you're winning. You're confident. You're everything that she wants to be, but she can't figure out how to do it.
Be that, though. We can do this together, because I wasn't always like this, and she knows it.
You have to walk it back. But you've always been a better version of
How
who.
do I walk that back though?
She has to acknowledge that she was created.
Mm-hmm.
And once she realizes that the personality that she identifies with is a creation of a bunch of motherfuckers who didn't know what they were doing, if y'all knew giving into her at 3 years old will create this space for her in her life right now where she is struggling to the degree that she is struggling, if you would have known, would you raise that child that way?
No. Because I'm not getting any, no.
Think of how your daughter is struggling. Think about it. I want you to feel and internalize how much your child is struggling. And that is what you created. Not to make you feel bad, but for you to understand.
A lot of her that's in me, too.
That's what you have to walk back. And this beautiful vessel that you are today, you had to walk all of that back that your dad and your mom did, because even in your mother's absence, she did so. I know.
That takes a lot of time.
But she has to get to the point to even admit
That's true.
that she needs to be walked back. Because she believes who she is who she is and who she created. You have been creating this, which we are experiencing since birth. Probably since utero. Probably since when you figured out you were pregnant and you were like, I'm going to give her everything that I never had. I'm going to be the mother that she never had.
I never thought of it like that, but that there is some truth in that. Like, say, because, you know what, to be honest, because I knew I was a single parent, I always wanted to not be a statistic, and that was always my goal. Like, I'm not going to be on no state assistance. I'm not going to do da-da-da-da. Like, I wanted to always excel and prove people wrong as a single parent. So I know I did more than I should have. I know.
Yeah.
Even when I couldn't afford the shit.
Yeah. And that's why she is calling you right now, knowing you holding on to every dime you got, and she's still asking and draining you.